New information tonight about proposed offshore wind farms on Delmarva, why the clock is ticking on one key piece. Beach Patrol progress, the delayed project back in front of Rehoboth Beach commissioners.
And the temps are about to tank in the early morning hours. We dip down to the 50s this morning. Tomorrow morning, we may hit the 40s.
Nearing the end of a bitter battle in Delaware's Democratic primary, an exclusive sit-down with the two front-runners.
This is CoastTV News at 11.
A critical deadline in the fight for or against wind turbines. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf. Thank you for staying up with us after Sunday Night Football. Right now, time is running out to give your thoughts on a proposed wind farm off the Delmarva coast. You saw this first on CoastTV.com. Monday, September 9th, is the last day to write comments. This is specifically about DENREC's involvement with the U.S. Wind Plan and its proposal to run cables for the wind farm through Delaware Seashore State Park. And this comment deadline comes in the shadow of the Bureau of Ocean and Energy Management giving its approval for U.S. Wind's plans off the coast of Ocean City. Coast TV News anchor Christina DiRobertas shows us how, despite comment deadlines and approvals, this project could be the subject of a lawsuit by the town of Ocean City.
We've been telling you about plans to bring wind turbines about 10 nautical miles off Delmarva's coast, and Thursday, those plans took a big step toward reality. The Biden administration has approved U.S. Wind's Maryland offshore wind project.
We're extremely disappointed. They forgot to look at, in our opinion, how this affects our economy, how this affects our property values.
Ocean City Mayor Rick Meehan reiterates his concerns that offshore wind will overshadow the shoreline.
It even states in the environmental impact study they will be the dominant feature of off the horizon. The dominant feature. Well, I know what the dominant feature is today. It's that beautiful ocean.
On the other hand, U.S. Wind CEO Jeff Grabowski is celebrating the decision, saying, quote, "We're eager to advance Maryland's offshore wind goals and support good jobs in the region for decades to come," end quote. Meanwhile, commercial fishermen like Sonny Gwynn say the turbines will kill business.
It's beyond me that they're going to keep doing this. It's another nail in the coffin, so to speak.
U.S. Wind has always maintained its project is environmentally sound. According to BOEM, the development and construction phases of the project could support nearly 3,000 jobs annually over 7 years and generate enough energy to power almost 800,000 homes.
That was Christina DiRobertas reporting. Fenwick Island officials have said they're also considering joining Ocean City in suing BOEM if this project is approved. U.S. Wind will still need final approvals, such as mentioned DENREC's approval to run cables at Delaware Seashore before any construction begins. New tonight, Rehoboth Beach's delayed Beach Patrol headquarters is back in front of city leaders. Monday morning, there will be a status update on construction and temporary restrooms, too. At the last update, it was reported the construction was over budget by $550,000. The building is set to be finished by spring of 2025. Heads up in Ocean City, the town has issued a long-term travel alert for Baltimore Avenue. The town says a months-long project on Baltimore Avenue at 33rd Street starts Monday morning. That's where Public Works will be doing some sewer and sidewalk maintenance, something one yearly vacationer was excited to see.
It's not in terrible condition, but it's always better for all the pedestrians and the bikers and the cars and everything to have good roads and sidewalks to go on.
The final aspect of this project will be the resurfacing of Baltimore Avenue starting October 14th. Delaware's primary election is less than 48 hours away. That's Tuesday, September 10th. It comes after over a week of early voting. On Tuesday, polls open at 7 a.m. They close at 8 p.m. And remember, in Delaware, only Democrats and Republicans can vote in the primary for the party they are registered with. One of the biggest races in Delaware is the race for governor. And not the race itself, but the Democratic primary specifically. Incumbent John Carney is term limited, and it's likely Tuesday's winner will be the next governor, considering this is a heavily Democratic state. Newcastle County Executive Matt Meyer and Lieutenant Governor Bethany Hall Long are the two frontrunners, each the subject of attack ads. And in separate interviews with Coast TV, both say they're the victim of lies.
And the negativity has been disgusting. The flat out libel, the slander against my family and me, with my ethics and my credibility, it's been really disappointing.
What these outside PACs and my opponent is doing is they're sending out texts and things that make up stories about us. And so, you know, an election with days to go, you just hope the public out there is smart enough to say, no, we want to look at policy.
Each candidate says they are uniquely positioned to benefit Sussex County. Affordable housing and enticing doctors to downstate are two big parts of their platforms. Tune in tomorrow night on Coast TV News at 6 for a full sit-down with these candidates. We'll also have that on CoastTV.com. New tonight, the town of Milton has packed plans for Monday evening. On the agenda, the proposed budget, which has drawn ire for another property tax increase. Another idea the town is looking into, adding a parking impact fee. $1 added to tickets for events and 0.5% of gross sales for local establishments. Also tomorrow night, Milton will possibly vote on prohibiting marijuana businesses in town limits. That includes cultivation, manufacturing, and testing facilities, as well as stores. People we spoke with in Milton say there is just no places for these stores in Milton.
I don't think it should be in those towns. I think, you know, if it's in one main big city here, that would be better because then people could just drive there, get it. The businesses would flourish there, but to have it here, I don't see a place for it.
If the ordinance is approved, Milton would join numerous towns and cities to ban marijuana stores in Sussex County. We have a comprehensive list of that on our website. Just search Weed Watch. Milton Council meets at 6:30 p.m. Also Monday night in Lewis now, the city and police will consider a new pilot program to improve Sussex Drive. That's the area you see here by the schools. According to Lewistown documents, plans are set to add signs, paint curbs, and create a new turn lane into the new middle school property. New tonight, 2 people have been arrested for allegedly shooting 4 people in Milford. Milford police say Deontay King from Lincoln and Laquan Johnson from Harrington conspired with one another to shoot 4 people. That happened late last weekend on North Street. Both are now facing multiple charges. Tonight, Florida deputies say this man, Stephen Ford from Georgetown, is to blame for a 1996 cold case murder. Deputies say Ford was originally questioned in the 90s, and the case was reopened in 2017. That's when new evidence, including DNA, led to Ford's arrest. Deputies say Delaware State Police pulled Ford over near his Georgetown home and arrested him. He is now in a Florida jail. Nominations are open for the Southern Delaware Tourism Awards. Southern Delaware Tourism is looking for those who made a big impact on Sussex County in the last year. Categories are Best Event, New Event, Attraction, and Philanthropic Award. All nominations are due November 1st. The Delaware Division of Public Health is inviting public input on its most recent state health assessment. DPH says the assessment identifies key health needs across the state and shapes the health improvement plan. A copy of that plan and public comments, they can be submitted online at delawareship.org or by email until September 20th. Happening this week, the next chance to share your thoughts on Georgetown's plans to build an $18 million police station and public works facility. Now this weekend, the town held the first of 3 public meetings regarding Georgetown borrowing $18 million to make that happen. The town says the facilities don't have enough storage, privacy, and even handling evidence. But to get approval, Georgetown voters have to give their approval in a referendum vote. And some voters say while they support the projects, they still have questions that need answering.
You're talking about $18 million. It's a substantial amount of money for a town like Georgetown. So there's a lot of citizens' concerns, and there were a lot of gaps in information presented that still need to be resolved before people feel comfortable voting yes or no on this referendum.
The next public meeting about this is Thursday, September 12th at 5 p.m. Monday morning on Coast TV News, tune in for specific information on Ocean City's big changes to Baltimore Avenue. And then coming up Monday evening, tune in to Coast TV News to see what the city of Lewis, which you see live here, wants to do about light pollution. This plus our extensive primary preview you don't want to miss. All of that is on Coast TV News on Monday.
Well, more sunshine is on the way for this week, but there's going to be a catchy, chilly situation connected with it that you don't want to miss in your forecast.
And after that, plans to help Delaware Farmers, new programs and policies for Sussex County's largest industry. Don't go anywhere. We're back in just 60 seconds.
When MAGA extremists took away our rights,
Kyle Evans-Gay took action.
Kyle fought for her daughters and ours in the state Senate, delivering the strongest abortion protections in Delaware history.
She took on the NRA to ban assault weapons and protect our communities.
Led on securing our vote and our democracy.
I'm Kyle Evans-Gay, and I'm running for lieutenant governor because a new generation will champion reproductive freedom and fight for our families. Let's do this, Delaware.
At the Delmarva Design Center, appliances, cabinetry, countertops, tile, and flooring come together in one showroom. We have specialists in each division like myself in cabinetry to ensure that you have the best product to fit your needs. And your selection fits seamlessly with every element of your project.
It was very important to find somebody that was knowledgeable in the whole picture, the cabinetry, the appliances, and the countertop. We are delighted with the outcome.
Delmarva Design Center. Great design starts with great inspiration. Selbyville, Delaware.
Well, that slight chill in the air is indeed fall coming knocking on our door, but technically and officially doesn't kick off until September the 22nd. But by this week, you'd hardly think that. I'll explain why in just a moment. Our Boardwalk Plaza camera in Rehoboth Beach coming in already in the 50s. And believe it or not, we're going to continue to stay and even a little bit lower throughout the 50s for the rest of the morning under mostly clear skies. Temperatures right now, definitely that fall feel is going on. It's our underlying motif, so to speak. 54 degrees right now in Milton, as well as Georgetown and Sept, and we're holding at 50 degrees right now in Delmar. And we are cooler. We're about 6 degrees cooler in Georgetown. And the big winner right now, Ocean City, with 11 degrees cooler than we were just 24 hours ago. We have a trough that's to our north, but it's a bit of an inert trough. It's not really causing much problems because we have such dominance of high pressure that's around right now. And when you have high pressure on this side of the equator, it typically means fair weather and fair skies. Now, but we are getting that fall feel. So just in case you were wondering, fall is about 14 days away. Halloween, 52 days away. The election is 56, although we do have our primary for this Tuesday, and we'll have the primary forecast coming up. And we, of course, have Veterans Day coming up in 63. So because of the fall feel, I have to go ahead and give you some of the early fall news. Now, we're not going to see the foliage really kick in for us until really we're more of the region of early November. So as I give you the fall foliage report, well, we're actually going to be in the, not a change for right now, but we'll continue to monitor that for you. Our forecasted lows are going to start off in the 40s and 50s. Now, this is just one model. Wait till I show you the other one. By the way, it's going to be so clear that our UV index is going to stay at an 8 and then at an even 7. Now, we're not going to stay very high because the tilt of the Earth, well, our positioning towards the sun has changed because we're about to change seasons. So Monday morning, we start off in the 40s, actually, but we'll bounce back into the 70s. And then for Monday evening, we'll slip back into the 60s. Tuesday, we stay pretty much clear most of the time. By lunchtime, we're at about 76 degrees across most of Delmarva. Not much fuss happening in the upper atmosphere. I did mention the primary forecast. Here's what we're expecting. Polls open at 7, but by 8 o'clock, we'll be at 55. Sunshine at noon in 70s, and we'll still be in the 70s at 4 o'clock, and we'll stay with the clear skyline by 7 o'clock with hardly a cloud in the sky, so rain is not even an issue. In fact, we really have to not worry about rain for even Wednesday, Thursday, maybe, but really it's Friday when the cloud cover will begin to build into the area. So just recapping your forecast so that you're really sure on how to plan your week. Tonight, we stay clear and 48 chilly degrees. Whew, okay, 78 on tomorrow, and then we're going to push it up to 83 on Tuesday. So we're going to get progressively and just subtly warmer with each progressive day. Finally, here's a look at your Paul Davis Restoration Home Remodeling Extended Forecast.
Paul, thank you. Well, hey, a Milford housing development that's been the subject of neighbor complaints and work delays, it's moving forward. According to Milford City Council, there will be a discussion of paving West Shores. That is all happening Monday evening. Neighbors have previously told Coast TV that West Shores roads are flooded, riddled with potholes, and more. Council meets at 6 p.m. Boeing and its union have reached a deal to avoid a 33,000-member strike. It includes raises, improved contributions to 401k plans, and better health and time-off benefits. Despite the deal, Boeing is still facing a number of other challenges, including deadly crashes, design flaws, and tanking aircraft sales. All are invited to remember and honor our past and present military at the Cheer Center's Patriot Day celebration. That is this Tuesday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Cheer says it's free with educational displays and personal memories shared. All this is happening at Cheer on Sand Hill Road. Still to come on Coast TV News, a farm program full of funding the 4 types of industry the state is looking for. That's next.
In Delaware, a family earning $67,000 a year pays the same tax rate as one making $67 million. I'm Matt Meyer, and you don't have to be a former math teacher to know that's an outrage. As governor, I'll make the super wealthy pay more in taxes so working people can pay less. By making state taxes more fair, we'll help more families get ahead. It's not just smart math, it's the right thing to do.
Democrat Matt Meyer for governor.
McMullen Septic Service. Inspection, that's our business. Pumping, that's our business. Installation, that's our business. Repair, that's our business. 3 generations and 70 years of experience. We do it all. Remember, every 2 to 3 years to pump your septic to keep things running smoothly. Serving Southern Kent and Sussex counties. Trust McMullen Septic Service for all your septic needs. Your business is our business.
I've been thinking about renovating my garage floor, and suddenly I'm seeing signs everywhere. The universe keeps hinting, even at my local gas company. Pinnacle Concrete is everywhere. And again, multiple signs at the print store. The signs are too strong to ignore. It's time to call. With so many options, my dream is taking shape. And now, I'm not just seeing signs, I'm living proof. Pinnacle Concrete Coatings, because quality matters.
Marty Rendon is ready. Building on his legislative work in Congress and UNICEF, Marty chairs the Legislative Committee of our Delaware Human and Civil Rights Commission, and he knows how to unpack the issues that matter most to you. Traffic, healthcare, education, overdevelopment, and more. Marty's ready to fight for his neighbors in the greater Lewis, Rehoboth, and Dewey Beach communities.
The only baggage I carry is yours.
Vote Marty Rendon on September 10th.
Delaware farmers, you're going to want to listen to this. According to the state, the Delaware Agricultural Financing Program has a goal of broadening opportunities across the agricultural sector. Delaware farmers, producers, food processors in crop, livestock, aquaculture, and/or food production are eligible to apply. The state says loans of various types are available. The race for the White House is heating up, and this weekend was no exception. A potential make-or-break moment, now just 48 hours away. Aaron Gilchrist reports from Battleground, Pennsylvania, as the debate stage is set, with an inside look at how each candidate is preparing.
Vice President Kamala Harris taking a break from debate prep, going for a walk with her husband late today.
Are you ready, Madam Vice President?
Ready.
Harris, hunkered down in Pittsburgh for debate prep, also emerging briefly on Saturday to visit a spice shop and hinting at how she plans to handle her opponent.
Look, it's time to turn the page on the divisiveness. It's time to bring our country together, chart a new way forward.
Sources tell NBC News she began running mock debates on Thursday, complete with a stand-in for Donald Trump. Prep work expected to continue through debate day.
President Donald J. Trump.
Trump's style, markedly different.
We're run by stupid people, and we found that out at the debate with Joe. How did that work out? And we're going to find it out again on Tuesday night.
Trump holding a rally on Saturday in Wisconsin and preparing for the debate by having meetings and conversations as opposed to study sessions. Today, one of the most closely watched polls in the nation dropped, showing Trump with a 1-point lead nationally, well within the margin of error.
We got to stop the cheating.
And in a new social media post drawing fire from critics who believe he plans to retaliate against political enemies if elected, the former president vowed that when he wins, anyone who cheated in the 2020 election or this year's will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law, which will include long-term prison sentences.
That was Aaron Gilchrist reporting, and both campaigns agreed to muted mics during Tuesday's debate. But the Harris campaign is urging ABC to unmute both mics if there is significant crosstalk. Coast TV has full coverage of the debate starting 8 p.m. on Tuesday. That debate is scheduled to start at 9 p.m., which is also Delaware's primary night, so stay with us for that coverage too. On your screen now is what's left from the head-on crash that happened early last weekend on Route 1 in Bethany Beach. Coast TV asked DelDOT if this crash would cause a median to be put between north and southbound Bethany. They said, quote, "There are no plans for a median in this area at this time," unquote. And that brings us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know what safety improvement would reduce highway crashes the most. Let's take a look at the results so far. 75% say more police patrols. That has been the dominant response since Friday when we began this poll. If you haven't voted yet, you can still do that at coasttvnews.com or our mobile app. After the break here on Coast TV News, feeling the lottery fever, how much money you could win if you win the big one this week. And school is back, and so our phone policies. Will break them down for you next on Coast TV News.
At BSD, we're here to serve you, our client. But did you know all that BSD has to offer? Everything for the inside and outside of your home. Decking, siding, trim, stairs, railings, hurricane shutters, kitchen and baths. And we install. As your local Anderson Diamond dealer, we also offer full service on all your Anderson products because Anderson backs their product with the best warranty in the industry. Visit one of our showrooms today and we'll show you all we have to offer.
Your backyard should be a haven for fun, not mosquitoes. Effective mosquito treatments can eliminate those invaders from your yard, but mosquito treatments alone won't tackle all pests. That's why Rice's Termite and Pest Control offers safe, effective, and customized programs to protect your home and yard. Our experts provide solutions tailored to your needs, ensuring your home is pest-free. Get a free mosquito treatment with any first-time pest control treatment for ants, spiders, and termites. Rice's Termite and Pest Control, where protecting your home is the family business.
Governor Carney trusts Bethany Hall Long to be our next governor. As Lieutenant Governor, Bethany fought to protect abortion rights, passed an assault weapons ban, and made historic investments in education to improve our schools. That's why she's been endorsed by the Delaware Democratic Party. And why Governor Carney said Bethany has the right experience to be our next governor and the vision to build a bright future for all Delawareans. On September 10th, vote Bethany Hall Long for governor.
Behind every champion, there's a force that never wavers. It's the voice that whispers, "Keep going," when the world says, "Give up." At County Bank, we're more than just a bank. We're your unwavering support, like a coach who sees your potential, like a parent who believes in your dreams. We're here to help you reach for greatness, because your success is our success. County Bank, supporting champions in life every day. County Bank, member FDIC.
The most incredible shopping on the beach, Bloomy Boutique. Fashion, jewelry, and accessories as cool as an ocean breeze. You'll love this place. We put a smile on your face. You'll love this place. It's Bloomy Boutique. Fashion, jewelry, accessories, and fun. Bloomy Boutique.
Visit Blooming Boutique with 4 convenient locations, 2 in downtown Lewis, Long Neck, and Milford.
It's the start of a new school year. States and school districts all over the country, including here on Delmarva, are instituting stricter new policies when it comes to students and cell phones. In Milford and Cape Henlopen, phones must be off and away for the day. NBC's Kate Snow went to Virginia to show us teachers' perspective on new policies and technology.
At high schools across the country this fall, when the bell rings to end class, it's not the noisy, chaotic scene we may remember.
I'll watch everyone kind of silently stand, be on their phone, immediately have their AirPods in, and just kind of walk out quietly.
We sat down with Ali Bakai, instructional lead and advanced placement coordinator at Yorktown High School in Arlington, Virginia, along with English teacher Troy Olson and social studies teachers Ryan Zito and Elizabeth Kadat.
How many of you have had to talk to students every single day about a device issue?
Sometimes they don't even register that they have it out. It's just so instinctual.
Do you get tired of having to watch for phones?
Yeah, it's not what we went to school for. It's not what I want to do. I want to teach.
How often do you see kids with their phones out?
Every day, constantly.
Every period?
Every period. It's half of your instructional time.
If I have to constantly remind you about your phone, that is breaking down my ability to connect with you.
What about earphones, AirPods?
They're just so easy.
One in, one's in the case.
What are they listening to? Music?
Even if they're not listening to anything, they don't realize that comes across as rude or disrespectful.
A Pew Research survey last year found 72% of U.S. high school teachers say cell phone distraction is a major problem in the classroom. As of this fall, at least 11 states have moved to ban or restrict cell phone use in public school classrooms. Virginia is one of them. In Arlington, a new policy this fall says high school students cannot use phones during all instructional periods.
What do you think about high schoolers not being able to have their phone on during class?
Love it.
I mean, I think it's great.
I think it'd be difficult to enforce, but I think it would be helpful.
We need buy-in not just from teachers, but from the families as well.
They're all concerned about the long-term impact phones are having on learning.
If devices didn't exist and students were picking up books instead of Instagram reels, maybe they would be reading and building a level of vocabulary that we're not seeing when they walk into our environment.
We do kind of a brief survey of, on average, how much do we spend on our phone a day, and roughly our class average is about 7 hours.
In his 7 years of teaching, Mr. Olson says students' attention spans have changed.
They can't focus on something that isn't, 60 seconds or less. It's got to be fast and quick and punchy.
Many of them, I find in my AP classes, want to engage with the tasks that I'm giving them, but need so much more support to a degree that students in the past just didn't seem to need.
They do see positives of phones. Students socialize and find community on their devices, and ultimately, they're realistic.
Phones aren't going to go away. Finding ways to educate kids around proper use and responsible use may be better.
That was Kate Snow reporting. Here locally at Cape Henlopen, students who violate the phone policy first get a warning. Their phone is taken away and they pick it up later. For further offenses, parents have to pick up the phone in the main office. It is one of the richest jackpots on record, and on Tuesday, people will get another shot at trying to capture the Mega Millions prize. The jackpot now stands at $800 million after no one picked the correct numbers during Friday's drawing. This will be the game's 7th largest jackpot. Lewis's Community Service Day is coming up. You can join city staff on Friday, September 20th from 8 a.m. to noon. The plan is to spruce up parks and City Hall and clean up trails and beach walkways. The city says it will provide gloves, trash bags, vests, and waters. All volunteers should wear clothing that is weather appropriate. Sign up by Tuesday, September 10th. That's fast approaching to participate. A sequel to a 1988 movie took the top spot at the box office in its debut weekend. Rick Damagella has the top 5 countdown.
It's been a long time.
Yeah. It Ends With Us stayed at number 5 this weekend on ticket sales of $3.8 million. Alien Romulus dropped from 2nd to 4th place with $3.9 million, while the Reagan biopic rose 1 spot to 3rd place with $5.2 million.
Make a wish, buddy.
The summer's superhero smash Deadpool and Wolverine fell out of the top spot for the second time. After retaking number 1 from Alien Romulus 2 weeks ago, the R-rated Marvel movie relinquished the top spot again while adding $7.2 million to its just north of $614 million domestic box office total.
Beetlejuice!
The ghost with the most made the most of his opening weekend. Beetlejuice launched in first place with an estimated $110 million. The original movie opened in 1988 to the tune of $8 million, finishing with a worldwide gross of $73.7 million. Those numbers being unadjusted for inflation. In Hollywood, I'm Rick Damigella.
After the break here on Coast TV News, Clear the Shelters, a joyous day for animals in need. How many were adopted here this weekend?
And the chill is definitely in the air tonight as conditions start to quickly cool down into the 40s. More on that in a moment.
Delaware needs campaign finance reform like HB 292. So why is Bethany Hall Long silent? Maybe because she broke the law. An investigation by a former FBI chief confirms Hall Long paid herself nearly $300,000 from her campaign, then falsified records and lied about doing an audit. Tell Bethany Hall Long to support campaign finance reform bill HB 292. Paid for by Change Can't Wait PAC. Learn more about Change Can't Wait PAC at elections.delaware.gov.
Get your kids back to school ready at your Dachshund. From sports physicals to allergy management and so much more. Plus, back to school means back to germs. So we're here for you 7 days a week with 6 convenient locations and late hours too. Book online for no more waiting room limbo. Fast care at reasonable prices. Your Dachshund in partnership with Tidal Health. Accepting most insurance plans and Medicare. Named Best Urgent Care on the Shore. Feel better, faster at your Dachshund.
At the Delmarva Design Center, appliances, cabinetry, countertops, tile, and flooring come together in one showroom. We have specialists in each division, such as myself in appliances, to ensure that you not only get the best product for your needs, but that your selection fits seamlessly with every element of your remodel.
It's always fun bringing clients into Delmarva Design Center. No matter how much they want to spend, there's always an option for people to pick something that they like.
Delmarva Design Center. Great design starts with great inspiration. Selbyville, Delaware.
Take me out to the ball game.
At Go Glass, we can't make you a great singer, but we can upgrade your stage. Make your bathroom feel bigger, brighter, and more beautiful with Go Glass. And for a limited time, save up to $300. This offer ends soon, so call or go online today. Repair, replace, upgrade, or enhance. Go Glass is your one-stop shop for everything glass, friendly and fast. Online at go-glass.com. Proudly serving Delmarva since 1982.
At the Alzheimer's Association Walk to End Alzheimer's, this is why we walk. This is why we walk. They're why we walk. And you know what? This is why we walk too. We walk in the Alzheimer's Association Walk to End Alzheimer's because we're getting closer to beating this disease. But to get there, we need you. Join us. Hey.
It is a day worth celebrating. Hundreds of animals were adopted at the Brandywine Valley SPCA campuses this weekend. Adoption fees were waived Saturday as part of the Clear the Shelters campaign. In Sussex County, 44 animals were adopted in Georgetown, plus 16 at the Animal Rescue Center, Paul.
Well, congratulations to the pet parents and the pets themselves. Our Tidal Health camera in Salisbury, coming in at 50 degrees. Winds are relatively light, will stay in the low 50s with mostly clear skies. Your primary forecast for Tuesday. I know we're skipping over Monday, but give me a second here. Listen, we're looking for it to stay very sunny so you can make your plan without a problem. Winds will be shifting out of the south, and we're looking for an abundance of sunshine. Keep up with your forecast by calling our weather line. It's 443-880-9100. The forecast is just a call away, sponsored by the law offices of Baird, Mandalas, Brockstedt, and Federico. And finally, here's a look at your exclusive Paul Davis Restoration Home Remodeling 10-day forecast. Okay, now we talk about Monday, 78 degrees and sunshine. Then we go to 83 in most areas.
All right, Paul, thank you, and thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News after Sunday Night Football. For more news and local weather, you can download our Coast TV News app. We'll see you in just a few hours for Coast TV News Today, starting at 5 a.m. Have a great night.